Yo chat, yo YouTube, yo family, yo what's good with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Y'all see, got my boy JD Kale here who finna be reacting what his take on, you know what I'm saying, do we think Tennessee can make the playoffs or not with the transfer portal quarterback that they just got? I ain't gonna lie, if y'all don't know, bruh, they lost their quarterback, Nico. I ain't gonna lie, Nico, that was pretty dumb, bro. Like, if I was you, I would have took my little, what it was, 2 mil or something like that, 2 mil, 2.4 mil. I would have took that, bro. By you asking for 4 mil is kind of crazy. That's why Nick Saban left his, like, he left his junk, bro. Like, he left his BS. Like, it's just not the same no more, bro. Like, I feel like you're not gonna get your full potential out of a player just simply because they got this money coming in, bro. But back in the days, versus back in the days when like you had to like you had to work to get the money. Like you had to work to get to the NFL so you can get paid. They was trying to get paid. These motherfuckers, they already getting paid, so it's like they feel like they ain't gotta do this and do that. They already getting paid. So back in the gap, they was working to get paid. It's like now it's like here go your money, here go your years, here go your TRS, here go your haircut, here go your word. It's like now they just handing this stuff out to them and they not even having to work for it. Like, I don't know. And I feel like they didn't pay. He not worth 4 mil, and I feel like that's why they didn't pay him that 4 mil. They knew that he wasn't worth 4 mil. So I feel like Tennessee did a good thing of doing it. They gotta show these players, bro. Like, no, we not finna kiss your ass, bro. We not.
Finally came to a bit of a stopping
But
point.
we already know who's going to the next championship. Roll Tide.
College football, anything's possible.
So it really don't even matter
Aguilar,
if they go to the playoff or not.
If you're a Tennessee fan, there was
anybody not way getting knocked down.
There was the emotional,
nigga, Tennessee K.
Like relief, I think, to some extent of, okay, we got a portal quarterback, we got someone with experience. I think the honeymoon
nigga from App State, ain't
not that it's wearing off, but you are sort of shifting your perspective now. Because at one point you're like, great, now we have a chance to get back at Nico if we're a Tennessee fan. That's probably how you felt. We're taking a guy that couldn't play at UCLA because Nico went to UCLA, so we're going to go win with him at Tennessee. Well, that's great when you have that whole that thought around getting back at your ex, but at some point in time, it doesn't become about your ex anymore. At some point in time, you have to move forward yourself with what you're doing in your own circumstances. So the question is, how does it work? Can it work? How would it look if it works? I think if you're Tennessee, it's all about addressing
Nico dumb for that,
there's a look in the mirror moment, I think, here.
Yeah, I think that's going to hurt Nico in the future, bro.
What you had last year with Nico,
he was a freshman,
Tennessee fans said it loud and clear. Defense-driven, run game-driven, all those things. And they weren't wrong. They weren't wrong in the slightest. But if you want to stay with that formula, the defense has to stay at a top 5 level. It's asking a lot. Dylan Sampson was a phenomenal part of what you did offensively last year.
That nigga tough.
Part of it. I mean, I trust
Sampson
Sean
tough
as much as the next guy, but that's a lot of production left by Dylan Sampson. So, can you keep that same formula? And how confident do you feel you can keep that same formula with a quarterback
Sampson going to the
Joey
league?
Aguilar, should he win the
he
job,
coming back for another year.
All of spring practice and an offense that goes NASCAR fast. That's asking a lot. So the thing that I would say is, if you want to elevate Joey Aguilar, or you have the same expectations of making the college football playoff, which I think are one and the same.
Yep.
I think you have to decide you want to make some lifestyle changes.
The draft finna be so crazy. I ain't gonna lie, draft finna be so crazy, bro.
And if I was,
I'm finna watch that, and it come on in 30 minutes.
And with those changes, what does that look like? Okay, and those changes for Tennessee, I think, is you got to have better skill players. Now, you may feel already internally that Chris Bradley's going to elevate. You brought back Mike Matthews. He gets another year. You love your freshman receivers. I'm all here for that. I keep saying this, man.
Nico should have stayed.
You got to spend some money here. And you got to go get him some weapons. If you want to live a different lifestyle, you got to do different things. And for Tennessee, they have been at their best when they have absolute maybes.
They finna lose Sampson.
Right? When you got Jalen Hyatt winning the Blitnikoff, you got Brew McCoy and Cedric Tillman and the tight end game. Like, you got all these pieces working for you. That's when the Tennessee offense was really humming. Should also be noted,
they are finna lose some people,
really humming behind a quarterback with some experience, a Hendon Hooker. Like, Joe Milton had experience, but not really the same, starting solid experience that Joey Aguilar's walking in with. Now, Joey Aguilar comes from the Sun Belt, and Joe Milton came from the Big Ten at Michigan, and then a little bit of time in the SEC, obviously being quarterback at Tennessee before Hendon Hooker took over. But you hear the point I'm making. I think Joey Aguilar's experience was probably a massive part as to why you brought him in. Make sure you have everything around him to where you don't get to October, early November, and say, man, if only we had some guys for him to throw the football to. If only we had guys that could separate on the outside. Like, blame Nico as much as you want to. Adding in Joey Aguilar doesn't get more wide receivers open one-on-one. It doesn't.
Facts.
So I would expect Tennessee to be pretty active here in the portal.
They're going to have to.
Receiver position. I'll say this. I would be shocked.
They got to come to us this year, too.
Tennessee finishes this portal cycle without a wide receiver. That's all I'll say. Because I think the reason for Tennessee being active in this sense is they care, man. They care a lot. Like, I think Tennessee is very aware that they probably have to do more at the wide receiver position here going forward. And I think that's something they're going to go ahead and do because they have now some extra NIL funding. Not that money was a problem for them, but if you're paying Joey Aguilar 7 figures less than what Nico would have made, that frees you up to go shop a little bit here. So we'll see what that looks like. We'll see how many and all that when it comes to the receiver position. But the bottom line here is go fix the problems from last year, which was wide receivers getting separation. Do that via the portal, and then go and help Joey Aguilar here get all the way activated when it comes time for fall camp. Kato and I were talking before the show. He made a great point. He's like, I'd love to check out VolQuest, the message board for our Tennessee on 3 site, and just see multiple.
And I know it's really like what bro said. They really do gotta get bro some weapons, bro, cause he ain't no Hooker, he ain't no Nico, like he ain't none of them. I mean, Nico wasn't even. He was alright to be a freshman. I ain't gonna lie, to be a freshman and doing what he did and took them to the playoffs. They lost to, I think, Ohio State, and it's the team that won it all. So I feel like Nico pretty solid. Don't get me wrong, but he ain't worth no $4 million, bro. Nico, you should just took your $2 million, did what you did for like your little 2-3 years, whatever. Went to the draft. Went to the NFL. Boom, you making even more money. Those people gotta understand, bro. Like, just take what they giving you and make more in the NFL. But yeah, my camera literally got 0%. The little orange thing gone with the line going through. So we're gonna go and wrap it up. Oh yeah, make sure y'all sub up, bro. Like the video. And yeah, we out. Don't be doing like Nico.